Welcome to the Cash Flow Guys podcast.
That's right, boys and girls. You know where you are. You know what time it is. This is Tyler Sheff. I am the host of the Cash Flow Guys podcast. First of all, let me start by saying thank you for taking the time to reach out. Guys, I tell you, I get a lot of great emails from you folks, cheering me on, helping me stay focused on this, helping me feel good about what we're doing and bringing you guys more value. And let's go ahead and kick right off this week talking about value. It's here. No more messing around. It's happened. It's done. It's called The Quick and Easy No Money Down Deal Secrets. It is my first book. I launched it about 2 days ago. Today is Thursday, October 3rd. I launched it on Tuesday. I'm excited. You should be excited. Here's the deal. In true Tyler fashion, I did not pump it full of a bunch of fluff and whatnot. My intent is not to be an Amazon bestseller because, let's be honest, everybody's an Amazon bestseller as long as you got a book. Instead, I got right to the point. It's maybe not perfect. Maybe there's a typo here and there. Maybe something's not spaced properly. Maybe it's not going to win a Pulitzer Prize, but I'm here to tell you, boys and girls, it's going to teach you by opening your mind and getting you thinking about how you can create deals out of thin air, how you can do deals quick and easy with no money down. And by no money down, I sometimes mean absolutely no money down. And other times I mean without your money down. That's why I did this book, because there's a lot of information in here I did to help folks that are just getting started and also to help folks that are already started think outside the box, different ways to use and leverage the skills that you have before you. I realize that although I've done 199 episodes as of this one, this is episode 199, I've thrown a lot at you guys. I've come at you like a fire hose. I get on this microphone and I talk to you for anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes every week. And sometimes it's tough to remember everything I said. So I put this short book together to help y'all. And here's what I'm going to do as kind of a huge value add for you. I'm going to give it to you for free. It's yours for free. I'm not even going to charge you. Now, if you want a printed copy of the book, if you want an actual physical printed copy, well, then you're going to have to go over to Amazon and part with $20. Yes, I got it priced at $20 on Amazon. Why did I do that? Well, let's talk about marketing for a second, shall we? I did that because I don't want you to go buy it on Amazon. I want to give it to you for free. I want you to go over to, get this, you guys are going to love this, nomoneydownbook.com. Yeah, that's right. nomoneydownbook.com. Where do you get the book? nomoneydownbook.com. That's again, nomoneydownbook.com. So this is pretty cool. You type in no and money and down and book, nomoneydownbook.com, and guess where it takes you? Over to my website, where you get a chance to download this book and take a read. Now, I also have an audio version of this book. I recorded an audio version and I went way off script, as I'm sure you know I can. And I took all of these contexts, everything I talked about in the book, not everything, but a lot of things I talked about in the book, and I dove deep. I broke it all down for you in audio format, okay? That audio book, once you download the book, you'll get the opportunity to look at a sales page where we're offering the whole entire massive Mailbox money system being offered to you for really cheap. So you need to pay attention to that sales page. And I'm throwing everything at you. Every bonus, everything I have at a price that's going to absolutely blow your flipping mind. And at the bottom, when you get to the checkout cart, if you check the little box, I'm going to give you that ebook for just a couple dollars, or the audiobook for just a couple dollars. The ebook is absolutely free. And as I said, if you absolutely have to have a hard copy of the book, it's available in soft cover, not hardcover, but you can get that on Amazon if you want, but then you're going to miss all the goodies that come along with it, all the bonus materials and everything else that I put together for you guys, okay? I did not hire some ghostwriter to write this. I didn't cut any corners. I sat down and did this myself. Every word in that book is written by me. I spent a lot of time and effort putting this stuff together and keeping it short so that number one, I know that you'd finish reading it, because this one is long enough to give you the information you need, but short enough to keep your focus and allow you to throw it in your briefcase or in your purse. So if you're getting ready to walk into a seller appointment, or you're getting ready to sit down with somebody to maybe structure a deal or negotiate, you can use this as a reference guide. It's going to cover several different strategies, everything I could come up with at the time. Now, I'm sure there's a million other ways that you can do deals, no money down and whatnot, or very little money down either way. But I'm here to tell you, this thing is loaded. And there are some tips in here that I've never talked about on the podcast, that I've never shared with anyone before. Stuff that is not in print anywhere, because these are strategies that I have used that I have never, ever heard anybody ever teach, ever talk about, ever write about, or anything. Well, how do you find out those? You go to nomoneydownbook.com. Again, nomoneydownbook.com. Sorry to say this, but about 100 people or so got ahead of you on this because I popped it up on Cashflow Guys community. About 100 people bum rushed it and downloaded the first 100 or so copies. I haven't looked today how many we've downloaded, but as of yesterday, it was over 100 in the first 24 hours. That's kind of crazy, but that's good news. That said, this is for you. This book is for you. Now, those of you that were kind enough to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to be going live on YouTube and doing some recorded videos right out of this book where we're going to deep dive these strategies in further detail. It will be different than the audiobook, but still lots of great information. Some folks like the audiobook because they can download it to their phone and they can listen to it whenever they want. You'll be able to go over to YouTube if you got a YouTube account and catch those videos over there, and you'll get notified when I go live to talk about this. So I'm going to talk about, I'm going to head over run you down the table of contents, talk about what I'm going to cover in this book. And right out of the gate, I start with things to know before getting started. And that's a lot of mindset stuff, because here's the thing, guys. Most of you, deep down in your heart of hearts, do not believe that you can do no money down deals. You don't believe it. And that's why you're never going to do no money down deal until you change your mindset and start believing it. When you believe it's possible, when you really convince yourself that it's possible to do this, then you're going to start structuring deals like this, okay? I go into borrowing money and using different types of lending to come up with down payments or primary financing and all this good stuff. I talk about using general equity as collateral. I dive into seller financing and cover strategies on seller financing, how to approach the situation, how to talk to the sellers. How about buying subject to properties? I got a whole section there about subject to. I talk about using lease options or rent to own situations. I talk about sandwich lease options where maybe you're wholesaling or reselling a sandwich lease. You know, a lease, you just take a lease option, you turn around and sell it to somebody else. I cover wholesaling. I mean, wholesaling's not rocket science, so I didn't have to write War and Peace on the topic. I mean, at the end of the day, you buy low, you sell high, right? Well, I covered some other strategies that I think those of you that are wholesaling will be far more successful if you simply take my advice and wholesale the way I teach you in the book. Because at the end of the day, guys, nothing we do is rocket science. We've got to keep it stupid simple. Then I talk about exchanges, how those are broken out, what exchanges look like, exchanging things instead of putting a cash down payment. I cover the ways that you can exchange different things, labor, services, products, all kinds of different things in exchange for down payments. You can assume medical bills, and there's all kinds of things that you've probably never heard of before that I put in the book. Using your real estate license as an ATM machine. Now, I've tapped into this a little bit, but in the book, I covered it a lot more. And in the audiobook, I went even deeper. So that's that. Partnering with another investor, I cover that as well. Okay. And in this offer that we do, when you get the book, you're going to get the opportunity to dive into the Mailbox Money system. Now, the system is what used to be, and a lot of folks have joined me in the past. That was a $5,000 program. Very complete, very comprehensive program that we put out to help people get financially free. One of my students, I'm pretty proud of him. His name is Adam. He just took down 40 some doors, okay, by applying and simply doing what I taught him to do. Because here's the thing, guys, what we do as investors is not rocket science. It's really not. It's stepping outside of your comfort zone. So what I did about a year ago is I went through the whole soup to nuts, everything I know about doing deals, either whether it be multifamily, single family, mobile homes, don't care. I covered deep dive about how to structure deals, how to raise private capital, on and on and on. I went on for 12 weeks. There's probably in the whole program, I would venture to guess like 70, maybe 80 hours of material in there that is going to change the game for most people, provided that they do the work, right? You got to go out there and do the work, or you got to hire someone to do it. So that's why I put this together. Now, here's the deal. Christmas is coming. This is the time where you're really going to have to decide. The market, we all know the market's going to crash. And how are you going to feel if once again, when the market crashes, that you're not going to have raised any capital, you're not going to be able to do any deals? I'm not advocating you timing the market, but there's going to be some major economic changes in the marketplace coming soon. Not saying that to freak you guys out. I'm just saying it because it's true. And when these things happen, when these shift happens and people start to panic, which is what they do, it is a great time to buy. When there is lack of consumer confidence, it is a beautiful, amazing time to buy. Those days are coming soon. And when they do come, you should be in a position to buy. You should be already starting to raise capital, because I don't care if the market crashes next week or 2 years from now. Raising money is not an overnight gig, man. You're just not going to read a book and then suddenly be able to raise $1 gajillion. That's not how this works. You got to get out there and set up systems, and you got to start putting yourself out there to the masses, and you're going to follow a program. And that's why I put together that Mailbox Money system, because everybody says, oh, geez, Tyler, if I only knew what you knew. Well, here's your chance. You can absolutely take it all. Back then, before I got started, when I was putting this together, Jill and I were living paycheck to paycheck. I was going crazy, wasting my evenings and weekends reading a bunch of crappy courses that were loaded with a bunch of false promises and sketchy concepts. I can't begin to tell you how much time I wasted on quote-unquote courses. So if you go down to that page, you go to nomoneydownbook.com, you get the book, and you're going to go over to my sales page. Go to the bottom of that and watch the testimonial video from my students. Don't listen to me, listen to them, okay? I spent an incredible amount of time working with them, changing how they view things. One of my students just talked to last week, he just took down 9 doors. Okay, put down 9 doors. He raised the capital for a down payment, got the seller to hold financing. He's added an additional 9 doors to his portfolio, and I think he's already got like 12 doors. I don't even think he's 30 years old yet. And he's out there doing those deals, okay? Here's a guy that was wholesaling somewhat successfully, but not really, because he was working full time. So he's wholesaling, working full time, but somehow found a way to put 18 units in his portfolio. Why did he do that? Because he followed the system. Okay. The biggest problem that you face right now, honestly, I believe, is fear of failure. Everybody's talking about the market crashing, this, that, and the other. Sky's falling. We're all going to die. All that good stuff, right? We don't know what's going on politically in our world. We got all kinds of chaos going on there. There's all kinds of just weird stuff going on in the world right now. And these are very uncertain times. So let me ask you this. Are you going to go through very uncertain times without making changes in your current situation? Now, if you're tickled pink about your current situation, great. No need for this program. You obviously are free out of the rat race. You'll never lose your job. Economic markets will never change. Your 401k will always continue to go up. What could possibly go wrong? But if you're a person that is kind of a realist and you realize that it's possible that I could encompass some change in my life, whether I like it or not, coming down the road, maybe I should think about thinking a little bigger and taking a little bit more time to educate myself so that I can be in the best position and keep my family in the best financial position possible. So I want you to think about that. I want you to go through the sales page line by line and pay attention to what I put on there, okay? The whole idea of the Mailbox Money System is to help you learn how to raise all the money that you're ever going to need to do the deals you want. And this is a beautiful thing because I don't have to worry about not having money to buy deals. And that's not because I have millions of dollars sitting in my checking account, okay? I live off of monthly income that comes in off my rental properties and my investments. I've got performing and non-performing notes and all kinds of different things going on that pay my bills so that I can travel around the country in the motorhome and enjoy life while Jill's still able. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you already probably told you, but my wife has MS. And for that means to us that she's going to wind up in a wheelchair. It actually killed her twin sister 2 years ago. We lost our identical twin 2 years ago at the age of 45 or 46 to complications from an MS treatment. For me, and for her, obviously, that changed the game. For us, that means we're not going to wait till we're 80 to go out and enjoy our life when I can't climb a set of stairs anymore. Instead, we're going to go out and enjoy our life now. That's what was a big game changer for us. So we buckled down a couple of years ago and got ourselves out of the rat race right quick. And you'd be amazed if by some subtle changes and a lot of forward action and a change in mindset, how you can get out of the rat race, okay? I used to be terrified of making offers. It's true. I'm going to show you in this system how to make offers without having to worry about getting rejected. I'm going to teach you how to do more deals faster. We're not going to worry about all the little stuff that goes on in the world. Instead, we're going to focus on taking down deals. We're going to focus on adding assets to our asset column. That's how we get financially free, okay? This is not by any means a get-rich program. The reason why I've priced this so ridiculously reasonable is because I want to eliminate any excuses you have from taking the steps that you need. If you can't swing this, I got nothing for you, because this is priced so that anybody can do it. I might as well just say giving this away almost so that you can do it. I want to be able to empower you to go out and solve problems for other people. You see, when you give to the community will give back to you. And there's a lot of people out there being taken advantage of in the real estate space. What if you could have the information to go out there and how about taking properties away from bad property managers? And yes, you're going to have to probably give them some money, but it won't be your money, it'll be somebody else's. But what if you could go somewhat rescue these tenants from a bad situation by simply firing the owner and you become the owner? And then you can get some revenue going. You can raise some private capital, buy a crappy building or a crappy house that somebody has to live in, and you can doll it up nice, still maintain your profit margins, be a responsible landlord, and provide a better situation for your fellow Americans. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that'd be awesome, and that's exactly what Jill and I have done, and we feel pretty damn good about what we do, and the reason is because we take care of our tenants. See, our tenants like us, they trust us, they respect us, because we take care of them. We're good property owners. And in some cases, on a small scale, we manage some of our own properties, the short-term rentals. We treat people well, and shockingly enough, they treat us well also. I'm being facetious when I say shockingly. I'm not shocked, because the reality of it is, if you choose good people in the front end and then you treat them well, they will reciprocate. That's just how it works. So really, at the end of the day, you can get this mailbox money system and get results almost immediately, and it will cost you less than the cost of a new refrigerator. Less than the cost of a refrigerator. Come on, guys. Less than the cost of a refrigerator. The cost is so low, it's equal to a couple nights out for dinner. A couple bar tabs will get you access to this program, okay? If you're tired of get-rich-quick schemes and gimmicks, understand this. Most investors are wasting precious time doing everything the hard way. You can skip that step if you pay attention and go right to the closing table. Those of you that are listening to the podcast and taking action, and I know there's a lot of you out there that are, because you guys are starting to call and I'm talking to you and you're saying, hey, Tyler, you gave me this advice and I did it, and lo and behold, it worked. How about that? Great. Now do more. Because here's the thing, I've already gone out and screwed it up for you. That's the beautiful thing. I've already gone out and made the mistakes. I've already had my door slammed in my face, and I've already made offers that piss people off and failed at raising money and failed at getting my offers accepted and failed at marketing. But here's the cool thing. Every time I fail, I learn something new. I take away a learning experience that helps me grow as an investor. And what I've done is I've documented that process. Every time I blow it and I learn something new, I take little notes. And I put that all together, and this was a live 12-week program. I recorded the whole thing, one-on-ones, everything, all that was included in this program. I gave these people a ton of value at $5,000. And I'm giving it to you for the cost of a refrigerator. I mean, seriously, not even like one of them fancy Wi-Fi iPad in the door refrigerators. I'm talking about your average run-of-the-mill refrigerator. I did this because I realized if I drop the price and I provide this to you, that I can provide more value. And what I do know is when I provide value to the marketplace, and this is not cliche or some gimmick, they give value back. Right? People, I empower you, give you the education and the materials you need to go out and help other people, you're going to help other people, and that creates good karma. And when you help other people, it eventually comes back to me as well. I like to see people doing good, honest business. Okay? You don't need a bank's permission to do a deal. So stop thinking that that's the case. I talked to an agent friend of mine. She's a great lady and a great agent today, and she's got a couple rental properties that she's owned for a couple of years, and she's at the point to where the banks don't want to loan her money anymore because she's considered, and this makes me laugh, high risk. Here's a girl that's busted her hump. She's a really good agent, makes great money, has skin in the game, has equities, rental properties, and the banks are looking at her as a risk. That's a joke. But they'll give 100% loan to somebody that's got a credit score of 500, and they call this woman a risk. That's ridiculous. Okay, why are they doing this? Well, because the banks are realizing that things aren't going to be rosy forever. So what if you could eliminate the part where you didn't need their permission to do a deal? How many more deals could you do? And I think the one thing that we can all agree on is that the economic future of this world that we live in is in question. That's not even a political statement. That's just a reality statement. I don't care whether you side with the Democrats or the Republicans, or I don't know. I don't care if you wear lamb leggings and dance around a campfire dressed like a sheep. It doesn't matter to me. But what matters to me is that we can all agree that the economic future of our country as a whole, frankly, the world, is in big, big turmoil. We've had countries go bankrupt. Greece went bankrupt. The California state retirement plan is bankrupt. They don't have money to pay these people's pensions. Other big cities are almost bankrupt. This is a serious, serious problem. You've got to put yourself in a position to insulate yourself from future and economic downturns. You have to be able to do this by learning how to profit when downturns occur. If you ever listen to Warren Buffett's statements, he says the time to invest is when there's blood in the streets. When people are got their hands up and are celebrating in the streets, that's not a good time to buy. That's called irrational exuberance. But when there's blood in the streets, when everybody else is running, is when you should be buying. And what you're going to see is a shift when everybody starts to run. Soon, people are going to start to run. Okay? That's just a fact. Watch the news, and even though most of it may be fake news or whatever they call that, most things that we can agree on is that there's a whole lot of turmoil going on in the world. And when there's that much turmoil, it leads to depression. And when people are depressed, they make silly decisions sometimes, and they do things they wish they hadn't done, which cause bigger consequences. So think about that for a second. The other thing you have to think about, and more importantly ask yourself, is how many more deals could you close if you were completely confident in your ability. Think about that. If you had the money that you needed to do the deal, so you could perform, you could close, and you were confident, that which therefore would allow you to negotiate more confidently because you're not afraid of them saying, now show me your checkbook, because you'd actually be in a position to take down the deal. Imagine getting to yes without feeling nervous or embarrassed. Well, that comes from being confident in your abilities. How do you get confident in your abilities? You focus, you drill down, you pick an asset class, learn your investor identity, and then you drill down and become an expert in that piece. The pieces that you're not an expert in, if you follow my system, I'm going to teach you how to go out and find people to add to your team that are going to become those experts and help you through the situation. Okay? How good would it feel to replace your current income while at the same time being able to help other folks get out of a tough spot? I can't begin to tell you how many times that we've visited a building after closing and started talking to the tenants. Well, we visited them before closing too, but I love visiting the places after the closing when things have changed, when we've put up security systems and security lights, and we've pressure washed all the walkways, and we've painted the buildings, and we've made improvements, and we're starting to renovate apartments, and we're attracting better people to live there to help the folks that currently live there have a better environment. Guys and girls, that's a really good, rewarding feeling. That's a good sleep at night. When you can change the dynamic of an environment with good stuff, with good positive energy, that's a beautiful thing. Those of you that are followers of Rod Cleef, there's a guy you can't not love because he's a man that gives back. You know, he gives teddy bears donates teddy bears to the sheriff's office to help kids that are in a bad way, because, you know, unfortunately, when kids have a hard time, usually the sheriff's office is the ones involved in it, right? A family dispute, daddy's beating mommy, or whatever the situation may be. He takes it, and I need to take a page out of his book, but he does a great job of giving back to the community by helping these people when they're in a bad spot. He empowers the police to help people, okay? That's a beautiful thing, and what if you were in a position to do that? How would that change your game every day? Think about this for a second. What if people came to you and were begging you to invest money with them? And that's the reality of things. And I talk to a lot of folks every day, and the one big hang up they all have is they can't raise money, or they're afraid to ask for money. I don't believe that you should ask for money. I've said this a million times on the podcast, but I articulate it in great detail, exactly the steps that you need to follow to raise money, where you can show, I'm going to teach you how to teach your investor exactly how the deal will profit, so that when they are talking to you, they will feel good about the deal, okay? How relieved are you going to feel knowing that you've got that mailbox money showing up every single month? Well, I'm going to tell you, you're never going to be able to even pretend to know how good that feels until those first checks start to show up. And you think to yourself, you know, as long as I just keep things status quo, well, we're in good shape. Let me tell you what I'm going to give you. With the masterclass, I'm going to throw in my quick offer kit, okay? That's the kit that I use, and people on my team use when we want to put an offer together real quick. Along with that offer kit, I put together a kit, a video course to teach you how to fill out the forms, how to write the contracts, how to make the offers, how to do your letters of intent, all that. I broke it all down on video for you. Made it real simple, okay? I also created an investor's guide to analyzing deals. That's another video course that breaks down how to analyze deals, how to know if a deal is going to make money or don't make money. That's an important thing, and a lot of people are afraid to write offers because they're not quite sure if the deal is going to make money or not. When you take this Analyzing Deals in Any Market course that I put out, you're going to have the self-confidence to underwrite these deals effectively so you know they're profitable. This doesn't matter whether you're doing single-family, multifamily, mobile homes. I don't care. It doesn't matter. If it has income every month, it works. It applies, okay? I'm throwing in my due diligence survival guide, okay? That's bonus number 2. That's going to help you avoid a bunch of costly mistakes. Guys, if you can make a lot of money theoretically on paper up front, but it takes one oversight, one blunder in the due diligence, one oversight, and blow the whole deal. And you're probably going to find out about it when the deal's already closed, which unfortunately is a little bit too late. That's why I put together the due diligence survival guide. Now, the Investors Form Vault, I sat down with my attorney, Sean Yesner from Yesner Law, and he provided me with an entire forms library that we put together. Everything pretty much you're going to need to do a deal. Everything you're going to need to do mortgages, subject to, lease, all that stuff is included. It is a treasure trove of paperwork. I'm throwing that in, okay? If you want another thing I'm adding to the thing here, to the bonus, to help you out, to take things to the next level, is my accountability program. Because a lot of you get lost in accountability. And my current students love the accountability system because it keeps them on track. It messages you and sends you emails to keep you focused on what you should be doing. I walk you through a point system where you go through things step by step. And it assigns points, and you have to report in several times a week how many points you've earned. This system is designed to help the average person do more deals. Okay. This system does not teach you how to flip houses. Okay. So it doesn't. Sorry. It teaches you how to buy and hold without having to use your own cash. That's what this system teaches you. Again, I've priced it cheaper than the cost of a refrigerator, not even a fancy refrigerator. So you really don't have any excuses. Guys, I hope you found some value in what I talked about today. More importantly, I hope you go to nomoneydownbook.com. Again, nomoneydownbook.com and get a copy of my new book absolutely free. Email me after you read it. I'd like to hear from you. info@cashflowguys.com. Drop me an email and tell me what you think. I'm curious, good, bad, or indifferent. I'd like to know what you think, or what it lacks, what it needs. Is there more to it? Was it awesome? Was there too much? I'd like to hear back from you. And always, if you want to get on the phone with me and have a conversation, go to cashflowguys.com/ask Tyler. That is also on the back cover of the book. So when you get the book, look at the back cover, the very last page, and it has that link on there. This book is your guide to help you do more deals, help you jog your brain. I'm going to probably put out a second edition of this book because you know how it goes. As soon as I write the book, I think of like 3 more things and then another thing, because there's just countless ways you can structure deals. And I want this to be as comprehensive for you as possible. You can't have an excuse of why you don't have the book, because even if you don't go to, I don't even want you to go to Amazon. I priced it high on Amazon so you wouldn't buy it, so that you would come over to my website and get it for free. Okay. So once again, nomoneydownbook.com. nomoneydownbook.com. Now that said, I got a little bit of housekeeping for you I want to talk about. I've had some people complain that they applied to get into the Facebook group and they weren't accepted. Well, here's the deal. There's a series of questions that I need you to answer before you can come in. Some of you answer 1 or 2, some of you answer none. The ones that answer all of them get in, but those who haven't answered all the questions don't get in. Why is that? Because I don't want people coming in there, risky lenders and all kinds of spam inside the group, pitching you a bunch of crap within the group. That's not what the group is about. So here's the deal. If you don't answer the questions, you can't get in the group. And one of the question people usually do not answer is that when I make them retype, that they're not going to spam or sell the group. Anyway, guys, have a great week. Catch up with you next time.
This concludes today's episode. You don't have to wait till the next episode to learn to earn.
Head over to cashflowguys.com and contact Tyler and his team for more powerful tips and ideas, so you can start generating multiple streams of income and escape the rat race.